Hi, everybody. Colleen and John Riddle coming to you from our Life Shots Command Center. I was talking to Richard the other day about our meeting last week. We launched kind of like a launch event again, if you want to call it that, relaunching our business. And he asked us to put a little video together to kind of talk about how the event went, how we got people there, and some of our results. So we're going to kind of break it up a little bit. Colleen's going to talk a little bit how we got people there, and then I'm going to wrap it up with some of the results that we had. So Colleen, take it away.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, what we did is really, it was more of a launch for our Destin area, because that's really what we're trying to focus on is our local area right now. So it was kind of launching the Destin area. And what we did first off is we created a Facebook page of the event, and I sent it to everyone who was my friend in the Destin area within an hour each way. So that was one of the first things I did about 3 weeks out. And then I would occasionally post things in there as, you know, upcoming reminders and just stay in touch with the Facebook page. So that was the first thing I did. And then we brainstormed a list, not going off of the Facebook. Okay, who do we know? And we were in the car one day and we just brainstormed. We came up with 100 people that we wanted to reach out to. So we sent emails and we did phone calls. So we had the Facebook page, we sent emails, and we made phone calls. And then we also did flyers. So we went around to different people and gave flyers, and always had flyers on us because we never know who we forgot. You know, sometimes you just forget about someone and then you run into them. So we kept flyers on hand so we could just hand them a flyer and personally invite them that way. The other thing we did is we actually hosted it at the Chamber of Commerce. So we rented out their room. We've been long members of the Chamber of Commerce, and you can rent out their room. So I would highly recommend that because there's something to it saying it's held at the Chamber of Commerce, even though the Chamber didn't sponsor it. And we had to say, you know, it wasn't sponsored by the Chamber, but it was a great, I think, just a great thing, don't you? That,
I do.
You know, it's held at the Chamber of Commerce. So if you get a chance to do that, look into it. I really recommend that. And it was a great venue, and it was perfect size. So we did that, flyers, and then, you know, 2 days out, we started picking up the phone again. People who already committed to say they were coming on the Facebook page, whether we ran into them, and we just picked up the phone and said, hey, you know, just a reminder, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And that was key because so many people, you know how it is, we're all so busy. And people said, oh, thank you so much for calling. You know, I forgot. Great, I will be there. And so by picking up the phone and reaffirming that they were going to be there was a big point too. And did you notice how people were like, thank you for inviting me?
Absolutely. It was amazing. That was really the thing that amazed me the most is people were, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. So, so those are the basics. Oh, we also posted it in our local paper under the events. And they actually did an article. And Lisa came up. She was supportive. She did a talk with our meeting. So that was awesome. And it was on the local calendar of events as well as the Chamber calendar of events. So I think that covers it of everything that we did.
We also put it on the Chamber's Facebook page. Since we're members there, we could do that. So
I also did a press release online. You can do a free press release for the area. So I did that as well.
All right, well, let's talk about the results a little bit. This was really exciting for me. We had approximately 35 people there. We had 8 people. In fact, we had one today that was at the meeting that Colleen followed up with, and he ordered the 10-day challenge today. So that made 8 people on the 10-day challenge. Then we had one auto order from the night of the event, and this is really interesting. The woman was a guest of one of our guests. So you never know where that person's going to come from. Then the next day, we brought in someone with a BBK from that meeting. She was actually, I had talked to her a few weeks ago about the business, and she kind of, you know, blew it off a little bit. But when I called to invite her to the meeting, she was like, you know, John, thanks for reaching out to me again. And then when she came to the meeting, heard some of the stories, it was very, very powerful. And the next day, she came in with a business builder kit.
Yeah, the stories that night, you guys, were just, they were so phenomenal. And people that have just been on the product, you know, we have a lot of product users, and they came out to support us and to support Life Shots. And, you know, they stood up and gave powerful stories. And then people who are doing the business stood up and gave their stories and why they're doing this business and what they're so excited about. And there was so much amazing energy in that room. And, you know, we've always been taught that stories sell, and it is so true. The stories is what made that event so successful.
I agree. Absolutely. And then one of our brand reps brought in someone this morning. I met with her and him, and he came into the business today from the meeting also. So now I want you guys to know it's not over, because now these 8 people that are on the 10-day challenges, also the people that didn't come, don't forget about them. The people that didn't come are a whole nother list, because now we can call them, talk to them about, you know, what the event, how it went, and things like that, and then lead back into life shots. So don't forget that important key. It's a key ingredient here to your success. And then also one of our other brand reps, we're bringing in 2 people with her on auto order from the meeting. So sorry about this. The command center is blowing up. It's the end of the month.
It's the end of the month.
So that's about it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email us or contact us. And have a great day. And here's to your success.
Go do your events.
All right.